now.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride my alts down to all-time lows. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I'm gonna buy these alts cause they're oversold. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more.
Welcome to the show. This is the Moon Boys podcast. My name is Theo, and I'm joined today by RomReactor, Matt, and Wizard. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yo.
Good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys?
Good. And nothing here's financial advice. We're not financial advisors, just some guys on the internet.
And Matt's retarded.
And
Yeah,
Matt's retarded.
We're just degens trying to go minus 10x our portfolios.
It's actually our 1 year anniversary of doing this show, I guess.
Yeah, happy anniversary, guys. Happy
Anniversary,
Got a little
yeah.
cake in the back there, Theo, that you can light a candle.
I don't have a cake at the moment, but I just have the one cake behind me.
You have a cake behind you.
Yeah, cake is like Canadian slang for like a butt, like a dick with butt, or just a butt by itself. Yeah, I got that cake.
Dick with cake, I see.
Yeah, that's me. And we got Wizard here. Welcome, Wizard.
That's a Jamaican thing, isn't it? You're getting all your slang from the Jamaicans.
Is it?
Yeah, she got that cake.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
Or is that a North America thing? I don't know. What's going on?
I was saying
guys?
Canadian
Moon
just because
Boy
I'm in Canada
podcast.
and I'm aware of it, right?
Year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Theo. Did you get me anything?
I got you this show. I got you a bunch of guests like Matt and Rom to come join us, so that's pretty good.
Oh, I couldn't be happier.
Happy anniversary, Wizard.
No, it's
Thanks,
not.
bae.
So
Right,
Bitcoin's
How
at
are your...
115.
Did the PulseChain thing slow down after the initial treasury hype?
Treasury hype? No, I mean they're still number 5 on the strategic treasury. What is it? ETH, strategic ETH reserves, isn't it? SER. Still there. I mean, there's a lot happening. So if you're not involved, it's really hard to touch over everything like just over the top, because I mean, you won't understand anything, so it's no point. But
if I just wanna hate follow, how can I add it
Hate
to my
follow?
TradingView?
okay. What have you followed? Hate followed.
If I just wanna be like, haha, that pump was short lived. How can I check that on TradingView?
Well, you type WPLS. In
Is it on
TradingView.
TradingView then?
What's it paired
Yeah,
with?
it's all on TradingView.
WPLS.
Where is it?
And it.
I always think.
There you go.
Okay, guys, does someone delete PulseX from my head? PulseX is a DEX. Oh my god! Every time I want to track the price, I type in PLSX.
Okay, here we go.
WPLS. I promise I'll never forget that again.
At this
It's
rate,
just
like,
rat pulse.
will just be sold, like in the back alleyway somewhere on that, around the corner type of ordeal. Like, hey, you got some pulse? I got you.
You're actually looking pretty good here.
Yeah, we're I mean, but no one knows anything
Still alive.
concretely.
Pulse-
But
Pulse-
basically, you are wrong.
No, Pulse is alive, but I think one of the biggest things like that keeps it going and also like restrains it is like Richard Hart has a little bit too many coins and he kind of needs to combine them all together so that they all could be like.
Yeah, Ivan gripes on about that, but I mean, he's built a whole ecosystem, and I don't know whether it's for better or for worse. He's the billionaire, not me. I'm
Like, for example, like
retarded.
with, maybe have you compared like the 1 year returns of each of the coins, like maybe Pulse versus Hedera, I think was the other one, no? Like the H bar.
Yeah, so like we've covered like many times in the past, I see altcoins on the chain as basically leverage of the chain, and like a leverage bet. So anything that I've bought on Pulse, like any of the altcoins, I see them as like sort of a high beta on Pulse anyway. I don't believe PulseChain is dead, so that is the trade. It's just is it dead? Prove me to me that it's dead and it goes to zero. If it doesn't, then it's going to keep rising, hopefully, from here. I mean, we're basically at support, and it's just sort of teetering and just waiting to see what the market does. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I mean, people in the community like to say that PulseChain is basically like a leverage bet on ETH. So when I did my whole rotation when ETH was pretty much at its lows, so that was like my bet. It's like, well, I think ETH is going to go higher from here, so I want like a leverage play. And as soon as you start looking into it, I don't know. I don't think Richard Hart is some dummy that's like made a load of mistakes and like everything's gone to shit. I think there's a bigger play out there.
No, for sure. He's definitely like a pioneer in the space. He put a lot of money into making his own blockchain, and you know, he made a lot of money within crypto as well. So,
well, he's coming after the whole Solana Seeker community as well with his own doodle pad. Have you seen the PulseChain doodle pad? The marketing's coming out. So he's what do they call him? Doesn't look a spam king or something like that. So he's known for direct mail and sending things to people's houses. So people started to receive those, and I don't know, for better or for worse, he's
This thing?
yeah. I mean, it's there's a bit of like no one really knows anything. So I mean, it could all just be like some sort of joke or psyops, but I mean, I think it'll be something along those lines. I mean, you're not going to send someone
addresses
loads of money.
Are people ordering these things or?
No. He's just I think sent it to, I think it's like 400,000 devices or something like that, and they've sent it out to basically the richest, the top wealthiest people in America, like all the wealthy places. So all the rich people get one in the mailbox, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was looking at like the new Ledger Flex. It's pretty cool, but these devices are so expensive now. I remember when I got the Nano X, it was like $100. The Ledger Flex looked pretty cool, like the orange one. I just wanted to like have a way to only store maybe like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana or something like that.
If you don't require it to work with mobile and you're just happy to use it with your laptop, then you can still pick up a Ledger under $100. A newer product.
Yeah,
or something.
I like
features.
So sorry to interrupt, but it's like Justin was saying, you can get really cheap hardware wallets. I mean, I like Trezor, and there's like, what's their baseline, like $50 or something like that. So
yeah, I looked at the Trezor too, but
I think nowadays to not have good security is like, it's too cheap to not like be able to be secure and navigate crypto correctly. You know,
This one's like $20.
It's what?
Yeah,
like
no, didn't want to like. I wanted something with a bigger screen, just so I could see more of.
That's cheap.
But from time to time,
maybe there's like different prices for us over here.
You never know. From time to time, there's sort of like hacks targeting people with hardware wallets, like social engineering hacks.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, nothing is safe. That's true.
It's like they send those spoof transactions, don't they? Where they get your a seed for a public key that's like very close to your one, and then in the hopes that you copy paste that. Yeah, you've got to be careful and just make sure you always double, triple, quadruple check addresses before sending anything.
I mean, even when everything looks good, like Bybit had a hack that was a hardware attack hack, right? And I mean, it was like it was not a hardware, but they were using their hardware devices, and the attack basically like made it look like everything was fine. And yeah, they lost a lot of ETH. I think it was like 18,000 ETH or something like that.
Yeah, they spoofed the signature or something like that. If I seem to remember, wasn't it? Yeah, it's interesting that those things can be done, but see, even someone as high up as that can't prevent it 100%. So, I mean.
Yeah, you got to be safe too. Yeah, there's
safe, exactly.
Maybe get like 3 of these devices and make it safe, but then you're like only dealing with Ethereum. I'm not sure if the Solana has any safes, but yeah, that's where Solana is really coming into the pioneering. I think like if any other L2s and L1s, they're right now like the biggest competitor is Solana, and they're doing the Seeker phone, which didn't look too great, but it's still potential. And I like how they have a app store in there, and that you'll be able to get the airdrops in there. that's phenomenal. So if Altseason does come about, all these projects all of a sudden are going to be giving airdrops in the Seeker phone, and that will incentivize people to push liquidity as well as just trade, buy and sell, and advertise the project. So even thinking as a creator for my project Charlie Bull, that's a really cool way to pump the token.
Welcome, Aksel.
Hey guys, good to see you.
You too.
You too.
Good times in the. Thank you. Good times in the trenches.
I know. I'm in so many positions right now.
That's awesome.
Are we
Is
in
it?
the? Are we back?
It might be. I think we're
I woke
back.
up and I had like half of the amount of Solana I had when I went to bed.
Oh no.
I always buy the top.
we all buy the top.
Oh no, what happened?
So on the Seeker phone, yeah, I bought it. I haven't really received any airdrops yet, but it's supposed to be Seeker September, so maybe soon. Guess we'll
Nice.
see. Yeah.
And what's the UI and all that like? Is it just like a sort of
I'm guessing
run of the mill?
It's like an Android phone with a wallet app and then a Web3 app store. I played some of the games.
Good.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
farm the
the idea is
airdrops.
good.
Like I've been following these like airdrop farming tutorials and stuff, but so far, not a lot of airdrops. Even the ones they claim to have already sent out, it's like I don't remember receiving them. I don't know. It's a bit weird because I was on the pre-order for like a year. So
If
you
I
would
had
think
to give
I would've
any
received a lot of them by
advice
now,
on
but-
airdrops, because I was doing a lot of them, and the best one I got was Linea probably. Try provide, like if it's a game, and try to stay away from that. Usually you're not going to get much, even if you spend a lot of time on that game.
Yeah.
If it's like some kind of like big project that's sponsored by Solana or somebody like that, that's somewhere, that's already what you're looking at. That's a start, and then from there, your best bet is either like providing liquidity for them, or just using their tool like every day.
Did anybody
Yeah,
receive the
Guys,
Linea
you see
airdrop?
me catch the absolute bottom of the dip on the Discord. Did anyone see that?
On which one?
The dip when we went to 107k. I caught that
Nice. You longed it with size at the bottom there?
about 15x.
Oh, good job.
Oh yeah. I had my order in at 108 and I got liquidated when we went down. But hey, it
Oh,
wasn't a
my
big
God.
position.
That's because you're using 300x. They're hunting you.
Nah, that wasn't the 300 extra. But yeah, I mean it's position sizing. I only really trade for fun really. My main bags are just do not touch. I'm a sort of I buy spot and I put it in my back pocket for a long time.
So you don't have any exit strategy coming up in the next few months at all?
I don't really. I rather react to what the market's doing as opposed to try and front run it and then figure out I'm totally wrong. I've learned from last cycle not to do that.
Really?
So yeah, Linea airdrop. If you guys want to claim it, I don't know who's claimed it. Me and RomReactor already claimed it. So you just come here to linea.build and then just hit launch, connect to your MetaMask, and then I've got $70 worth of Linea sitting here I can claim.
Oh, that's awesome. What determines how much you can claim?
Well, it's Linea, right? So it's from the consensus, or it's from the MetaMask team. So last time they did an airdrop with Foxy, it had to do with how many swaps you did inside MetaMask, how much you used MetaMask, the length of time you used MetaMask.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'd imagine it's something like that.
So if I have a really old MetaMask,
for that, didn't you as well?
That's what I would check, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Linea was they had the LP search program, and the way that was used was if you're doing stuff on Linea, so trading, providing liquidity, smart contract, minting smart contracts, minting NFTs, like stuff like that would give you points, and then you just
10% for early users.
And then there was the builder program. So if you build something on Linea, you also got a 1% builder airdrop.
oh nice.
Yep, it's a nice little airdrop there. Everybody can go claim.
Yeah, I like how.
I've not heard anything from Trezor about the whole what was it, the midnight airdrop? Remember you were saying, Theo?
It wasn't
still no.
great. I tried to claim it, and it was just giving me error messages, so I kind of just gave up on it.
Yeah, no, I've still not been able to either. But I think we're just waiting on well, in my case at least, just waiting on Trezor to actually allow the feature to sign.
Yeah, but it's altcoin season.
Hey.
Finally.
Oh, is it though? Is it? Because what is this rotation from Bitcoin to ETH to Sol to Pepe? Normally that means the end of a bull
Well,
cycle.
that's what Altseason is, isn't it?
Just getting started.
But it's so small, isn't it? It's just a little ETH pump.
Well, yeah, that's how it doesn't happen. Like, it takes time for euphoria to build up. Like, usually my go-to euphoric season is when when it gets colder in the over here. People are in the financial markets, usually like London, New York City, Hong Kong. They have colder winters, so people stay home. They have nothing to do and they trade. So most of the stuff is going to really be pumping. My guess, October, November, and possibly December. And then if you're not,
I always remember
out, and then by then you're kind of going to be put at risk at 80 to 90% drops.
I remember the Thanksgiving pumps because everyone comes together and starts talking about crypto to their family, and then all of a sudden you have people coming back into the space or coming into the space.
Yeah. Yep.
Q4 is normally fairly good for crypto. But then the other question is, Ron, what's your thoughts on length of the cycle? Because you're more of a macro guy, stocks and all that stuff. So what's your thoughts on the business cycle and that not actually doing much?
Yeah. The business cycle. I mean, we're gonna see this next week, coming week, the decision on the interest rates. But I don't know if I shared this, was basically the sneaky Jerome, very sneaky, had an August change to policy of their calculations for like interest rates and whatnot, and unemployment data. And yeah, they just kept it still 2%. Has to be long run is the best thing, and right now we're like 2.9%. So if on the macro scale, like at this point, we're lowering interest rate, that probably signals economically like the labor market is struggling. It's starting to begin to struggle, and that's why they're starting lower interest rates. Not because like Trump is telling the Fed to do it, but more like there's actually a reason behind it. And Trump just talks all the time, so it just coincidentally it's just aligning with this. He's been talking about lowering interest rates for the past year. But yeah, so that would mean the labor market is weakening, and Trump will pump the market as much as he can with his friends because they're very heavily invested in crypto. I do see Bitcoin, like last stream, we were kind of we were pointing out that things are bottoming out right now, and the two fractals that were emerging now would push Bitcoin like up towards 130, 150K. Well, but it could be very likely that we could just top out around 130K and Altseason. I don't know how quickly crypto will maneuver to the interest rates drop news. But yeah, so on a macro level, currently you're looking at a short-term price increase and very good Altseason. And then what's following that is most likely going to be people taking profits, getting out, and then the next year will be heavily dependent on economic data. And if it's not going to be looking good, if, for example, the U.S. starts getting into recessions indicators even more, I would probably see a bear market. And Bitcoin would probably close somewhere around like production cost, which is currently 65,000.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the echo on them? Every time Rom talks, I'm hearing an echo. And I'm hearing when I talk as well.
Maybe I should get a Beats.
Shit, I think that might be me.
I had a feeling it was Justin because he's not wearing headphones.
Yeah, bait.
So I'm curious, what do you guys think of how the Genius Act and all the new stable coins, and moving more liquidity into stable coins is going to be affecting the market?
I had stablecoin dominance up here, so it's heading down the last few days.
Yeah, but stablecoin market cap is what AI Aksel's talking about. We're
Yeah.
talking about the constant inflow of capital, and it's so consistent.
Like, didn't Hyperliquid just have a big thing with stablecoin? I didn't follow it exactly, but
Okay, so at the moment they use USDC, which means they don't get any of the rewards, the sort of like benefits. So they're
There we go.
The interest
they're
of the
looking for their
treasury
own
is basically.
stablecoin, and then they're going to use the revenue from that. Well, if native markets win, or there might be some sort of buyback mechanism. So it's bullish in a way that like it shows this constant growth of the platform.
they made it bullish in a way we've never seen before.
And like innovation.
Yeah, it's an unknown, I think, almost a black swan event that what's happening with the policy in the U.S. With the Genius Act, and what they're really trying to do. I don't know. There was a lady talking about macroeconomics on YouTube. I forgot what channel it was. It was very interesting, talking about how the U.S. wants to use it to devalue the dollar through the crypto markets to lower the overall U.S. debt. So
Yeah,
who knows?
exactly. Whitney Webb talks about how crypto came in to free us from central banks, and now through stablecoins. So imagine you're living in Argentina and your currency, your Argentinian dollar, whatever the fuck, just keeps inflating 80% a year. Then this access to this relatively stable asset. So then it means globally people. So and also like think about how USDC works. They have to back. So people will and Tether as well. People will put fiat money into the crypto system, and then receive USDT tokens or USDC tokens, and these are backed by US US bonds. You know, so then that's kind of like the Trojan horse of crypto. That it was supposed to be like peer to peer, but it's like another speculative tool. And then in the back, assuming that we don't start using like Korean currency stable coins, assuming that we carry on using like USDT and USDH, and then that will be good for America because they're struggling to find buyers for the bonds in different capacities at different times. So that's all that is. But I mean, we're here to sort of like catch lols about this upcoming bull market to 130 and possibly beyond.
Yep.
And
So
yeah,
on the
hype
chart,
was massive this week. We kind of touched on that, Rom, didn't we? We kind of spoke about that a bit last week. Solana was massive this week. That was fucking. It just feels good to see shit go up like that, doesn't it? It's just it's a whole lot of fun. When
it's insane seeing Solana at these levels.
Yeah, Solana's.
I've been riding with hype as well too. How's the hype versus Solana chart? So hype is dipping below the 120 versus Solana right now. So Solana's outperforming.
Solana's outperforming. Solana's the fastest horse right now.
Yeah,
ETH
like I was noticing about BTC and ETH, like they're both under these highs. ETH just under the high, but Solana's like it's escape velocity. Yeah, exactly. So go back to Rom's screen.
It's ironic because Solana's biggest use case is meme trading, and you can kind of see why that's not sustainable because once people lose, they kind of get out and they're like, fuck this shit.
I just felt like Solana was up next, right? Like we had the Bitcoin pump, then an ETH pump, and I was like, okay, Solana's got to have some treasury companies coming up next. Like this is going to be the next one, and here we are.
Well played.
So Solana is really nice. Like basically very cheap blockchain, and it looks like it's been going through this range for a very long time. Once it breaks this range, which is about what the price level it's at right now, $250, it's going to go into price discovery. And from there, I mean, like we could very easily get to like $400, $500 Solana.
Maybe even $1,000 Solana.
420.
Yeah, maybe even 1,000. So Solana, and then looking at like other than their meme protocols, they have like their exchanges and whatnot. So you have Jito, which is really looking nice too. It looks like it's been in a range for a long time, and it successfully has been holding this price. So if anybody wants to get into Jito, for example, now would be a really good time. And then you have your exit like right here at $5, $3 and change. So 100% APY can be made with Jito if Solana just picks up, for example, the trend and goes towards.
Is Jito the one where you would buy and it would pay you yield on like on your stake Solana, and then you could get it back? I remember.
Yeah, it's a restaking.
Yeah, Jito Sol.
Yeah, Jito Sol. I had a little bit of that a while ago.
It's in this nice range for a long time. So I mean, like, this is a perfect coin for even providing liquidity. Just
awesome, yeah.
On the 69-day SMA, it's underperforming the average altcoin still, but then it looks like it's about to pump, like it's just about to pump.
Yeah, PYTH is another one. It's like an oracle that's like Chainlink. Even though it's very useful in the back end, but again, like Solana was more for meme coins.
Yeah, PYTH. I use PYTH entropy to do randomness.
Yep.
It's a great oracle, and they're actually integrated with Abstract that you guys know I love. So, and Chainlink isn't yet. So to do raffles and random stuff on Abstract, I was using PYTH entropy. So it's interesting to actually see the PYTH chart. I don't own any, but it seems like a good.
Yeah, PYTH is up for. It looks like it's breaking its downtrend right now. Well, kind of like it's testing it, right? There's a big resistance also. Well, these are key levels in the Altseason, and if it does break it, it might rally back up here, for example, very quickly. And then
actually, I'm gonna make a note for that one.
I know we're reminiscing on 52 Moon Boys episodes. I feel like Theo is kind of an oracle. Like if you say something to him, like he'll kind of use his oracle brain to fact check it, and then just come out with whether you're just capping,
That's
whether
autism.
you're onto something. You can
That's
use Theo's. You can like call like he's an API. Like you can call Theo is sold in the pump, and he'll return.
Here's an example. So we talked about Jito. So if you want to check your Jito rewards,
what happened 12 hours before, for example.
If you want to check your Jito rewards, you can go to Jupiter Portfolio, and it'll be listed right here at the bottom. Jupiter rewards, claimable, stuff like that. So that's how you can check your Jito rewards. Hell yeah. Sorry to interrupt there. I just I had that. Okay, back to Rom.
Yeah, the most important thing I wanted to touch up was on Matt's question, like on the macro and the bear markets. Like we could measure this pretty easily, since we have all these fractals that come up. Like you have these two fractals here that came up, then it also came up here. It came up here again. It's just on a smaller scale, but it's the same thing. It's like kind of like this double top, or correction before the double top, and then a bear market, like bear market. Same thing here. Double top, correction before a double top, kind of like bear market, whatever, and then it's going to go back to pump. So now we're slowly going back up to retest that 100, which doesn't. It seems like this is so much bigger than this, but in reality, if you look at the actual dollars traded, we're basically trading the same amount of dollars now. So we're at peak, like almost trading volume as definitely not there yet. It gets a lot bigger. So that's where you see the price of Bitcoin go really above the production cost of BTC, and that's when it starts really topping off. Now we're kind of getting there. We're finally, I think, out of the red and into the black, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, we were here, for example. So we're finally getting slowly out of this red, which is I believe a halving on top of the halving, right? So each of this price is basically the next halving price. And so you can see here that Bitcoin went almost 2 times above the halving price before it topped. And if we do that, if we go, we could easily hit 200K Bitcoin even. That's bullish. That's very bullish macro towards the end of the year. That's what Tom Lee, I think, has in his books. And if Bitcoin does go to 200K and Ethereum on Bitcoin, for example, we're not even talking about altcoins, just Ethereum on Bitcoin. Well, my bad, I have to open it in my liquidity pools. Yeah, right here is the Ethereum on Bitcoin pair. That if it tops to back up to 0.5, I believe, right here, or 0.7 even. I mean, yeah, you're looking at easily like $15,000 in Ethereum.
Very nice.
Go and go.
Like to hear that.
And you know, look at Solana 1,000 altcoins. Don't sell early if that happens. That's very bullish. But I would probably say, you know, as this goes up, we won't know where everything peaks. So take profits. Right?
And what about timescales? So are you adamant that it should happen within a few months, or do you think there's a chance of it lengthening? So if you look at the PMI, we're very close to being one of the longest times below 50 in history. Basically, I think there's only one other time that we might have been longer.
Yeah, the times, you know, like I think in terms of I believe October and November should be like, you kind of, if anything happens, it happens then, and then once December comes, like this. Yeah, so if we do
asking about like 2026, like what do you expect to sort of like top out into the Q1, not even get into 2026? What drag on till maybe Q1, Q2?
We'll go towards Q. You know, honestly, that's already going to be a tricky question. That's where you're gonna have to use your intuition, like to see the top out signals. But yeah, you know, definitely take profits along the way. I'm gonna start getting out already, probably by December, because it's just, I know for like light cycle theory, like I don't really try to time everything, but once I start seeing some of my bags do like 2-3x, I already know like, hey, it's time to start selling. And eventually, if once the euphoria comes, I'll analyze. We'll come back to this. We'll like, you know, we're still very early. We're in September, so things could go. This is the CME gap, by the way. That's been the breakout gap, and that's going to usually, again, it's like a breakout. Like I said last stream, it's not that significant, but still there. If we start going up in October, November, like. This is what I want to show you guys.
You've got to draw it out. That's the thing. So I mean,
yeah. You look at the fib retracement, right? Like right here, you got your levels. So, so October we might be retesting 130K. Let's say, right? We're going to be retesting this fib 1.618. If we break it at that point, if we start going above it, like using it as support and whatnot, then yeah, you could look like November, December, you know, you could be going towards 160K. So you have the 2.66 resistance. Then, okay, if we break that, then yes, Matt, then your theory would be correct. Then like we'd be probably going up to 3.6. And, you know, this would mean that the market would keep rallying all the way up to like probably March, April time at around $200,000 of Bitcoin. So yeah, if you kind of get out, like, let's say even if you get out here in December, like my plan is, and then you miss this could be a very significant, like, damn, you fucked up kind of move. But
or you can get partially out too.
Yeah, but that, yeah. So usually,
ladder in, ladder out.
Yeah. So I don't sell everything. I never usually sell everything, but yeah, good idea would be, right, to ladder out, like I said, and then of course it could be that, you know, we top out here in December and then bear market back down.
That's the thing. Then their market targets are really like quite shallow, then, aren't they? Because I mean,
yeah, you don't know
unless we get some really total big massive global fuck up, and then it's just like
aliens.
Hey.
Yeah, you'll never know.
I don't know how true it is, but have you seen that dude that's got that cultivating that thing in his kitchen? Some meteorite he's found. I don't know.
Oh my god!
No, I saw the Hellfire missile bounce off the UFO though. Did you see that?
The what?
No.
There's like a Hellfire missile that bounces off.
It was in like Congress or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now you can do so many. You can do so many deep fakes, though. Who knows?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it could just be.
Yeah, I know.
You
Shout
can't
out
trust anything nowadays.
not here, but his RUNE coin seems to be troubling.
United States government.
Okay, I got the video here.
Oh man.
Comes in and bounces off. Oof.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
Probably nothing.
I prefer to.
That's crazy.
I like how no one like even continued talking about those orbs and shit that were being seen.
Yeah, that's
Those
the same
lights in
thing.
the sky. Everything went quiet, man.
Ever since Charlie Kirk kind of like got assassinated, things got shifted very quickly. There's a conspiracy theory which kind of.
I was going to say, are we betting on that as well? Should we take bets on there? Take that to poly market?
Yeah, there should be a poly market. Like, was
Did Israel do it?
Was Charlie Kirk assassinated by the Republicans or Democrats? There should be like a poll.
I mean, I've traded so many Charlie Kirk and Tyler tokens and stuff at this point. You guys saw me losing money on that stuff. Like, I don't know. It's been pretty frustrating.
I thought you were picking memes that gave you the warm, fuzzy, happy feelings, not memes to do with.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Murder.
Well, then I learned my lesson. Remember, because we were looking at Arena, the Justice for Arena token, and we were like, oh, we don't want to buy it because it's like a murder. And then it went like a 15x from there.
So it's justice, but for the token creator.
Yeah.
Not for IO.
Yeah, well, you would hope the token creator does a big donation to her family, you would hope.
Well, there's a lot of things built in now, like the Bags app, and like you can actually start a fundraiser for someone else essentially, and then it's up to them to claim it, right? Like that's how Bags app works.
Interesting.
And then the new creator capital markets meta is like people are earning fees off the trading of the token, so it's not like the streamer has to buy the token anymore. They just have to rack up volume, and then they're actually just earning off the fees. And then Pump is dumping all the profits back into the chart of Pump as well. So the Pump chart's been doing nuts, and all these creators are making tons of money, like 5 to 6 digits, just streaming on Pump.fun right now. I actually considered, sending this podcast right now over to Pump.fun, but I was sort of unsure because wouldn't you have to launch a token?
Yeah, so basically you wanna rug anyone, poor people watching us.
I don't know if we're ready for a Moonboys token, you know.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you could just
as long as we make disclosure, then I guess it's all right.
Yeah,
none of us buys it.
We should launch one that has a little tiny bit of utility, something. I have some ideas if we do after party.
Yeah, Aksel can be in charge of that committee.
We should never be so stupid to fade a protocol that like generates so much revenue and has its eyes on the future. Damn, like this whole buyback thing with like creators, I didn't really realize that people were making money streaming already. But it's it's super cool, man. It's super cool to see like this interlink between IRL, like people with actual following on Web 2 and like Web 3 crypto. It's cool to see actual adoption from retail and like celebrities and shit.
The streaming on Abstract is pretty cool too. It's a smaller chain still, but I feel like this is that they got the idea from there.
Who did it first? Actually, I think
Pump.fun had it
first, but then they got it.
It got taken off.
They got it removed because people were like unaliving themselves and stuff,
and slapping their kids and doing all sorts of really
locking people in boxes.
Not nice things. Like,
it's horrible.
It was terrible, man.
Yeah, the Abstract streamers, it's a lot of work to get accepted.
Yeah, I've applied twice. I still haven't got accepted. But nobody's really watching these. And are people actually earning money doing the streams the way they are?
Yeah, well, they earn XP, and then the XP is going to be converted to something in the future.
It's going to be. Whereas on Pump, they're earning money right away. Like, these guys are earning 5 to 6 figures streaming for a few days.
Really? Why don't we just stream there 24/7, all of us?
That's what I was saying. But then we would have to have a token, and it becomes a larger conversation, right?
I mean, like, it should be easily. You could make 2 tokens, have like 2 ideologies, like, and do like what Charlie Kirk, like, there's only 2 genders, yes token or no token, and you'll have like 2 streams, combine them together. This way, both people can like poly market and buy tokens.
That sounds like
the best idea better than 1 rug except for 2 rugs.
I think I've been trying to think of the tokenomics for how to launch on these launch pads, either Pump or Bonk, where you actually have utility built in by having an app or something that if somebody holds a certain amount of that token, then you have gated access to either Discord, to
like
their website.
AI, like you can talk to the AI should you hold at least 500 Moonboys tokens.
Yeah, but something very simple at start. Like you You encourage holding a certain amount. I mean, you could have like private access to a, I don't know, a Discord server with something, or
private access to a Discord server. That's great. That's another good one, I think.
Yeah, or a
I
space
need
or
to lock
something.
down my Discord.
Apecoin.
Yeah, it reminded me of Opinions.fun, this website here. So like I was
nice.
buying a few of these. Where is it? Moonbirds is the pudgy penguins of this cycle. So I bought like $5 worth of this here. So you can go like yes or like agree or disagree, and you can put Solana on it, and it actually mints the token. Like, so there's now a Burbs token.
Yeah.
On the
Oh, wow.
blockchain. Yeah, Burbs and X-Burbs.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, so you can buy like agree as the Burbs token, and then you can actually see it in your wallet. And you can see the chart and stuff like that. It's actually on the blockchain.
Was talking about. That's so funny. You just pull up the website.
Yeah, Opinions.fun, baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's on Solana as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's on Solana. Apparently, Ape season on Solana. I guess Ape launched a coin on Solana this week. And then, how did it do? Did anybody notice how it performed?
It should only be the same price as the Ape token on Ethereum.
You would imagine, yeah. I can try looking it up here. You've got the comp chart, the compound chart up there.
Oh yeah. I was just looking at projects that like are in range, and like when we're talking about bull market trends, like how well can these projects perform? Like Compound, for example, you can see very clearly as resistance at $80, $90. So let's say Altseason comes around, Compound is trading at $90, and if you're not taking profits, you're kind of like, hey, what are you doing? Well, you've seen this project had crazy resistance, so you're like, your greed is taking over, and that's where you could get hit in crypto. So let's say you maybe have a target for Compound at like $250, it'll get to like 150. You don't sell, but if you would have sold at 100, you would have been a way better position. So these are going to be the emotional like journeys that we're all going to be taking if this Altseason comes around. And you should definitely like look into support and resistance levels and know when to take some money off the table, just because these levels are there. Like RUNE is another token I was looking at.
Matt, do you use any of those Ivan bots to trade these choppy ranges like that?
The PyNX box? No, I don't use the PyNX box. I used to use them on OKX, but it was towards the end of the sort of mania and everything, and I got tired of them. And they started, because at the beginning there was just grid bots, then they started to make all the martingale ones and everything. And then you start trying everything, and then you sort of lose focus of what you're doing. I mean, I think they're a good idea, but I think it's sort of better to have some sort of automated sort of setup where you work off alerts of TradingView and like sort of with 3 combers.
What's PulseChain again? WPLX?
WPLS. No,
S.
Nice. Yeah.
This one? Die?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could.
Yeah.
Probably it's been it probably has also been ranging. Yeah, so you could like. How old is this? This only goes to 20. It's early coin.
First cycle coin.
Yeah, so they had a range here, short range here, range here. So it's been going on a downtrend, kind of like maybe here's more seeing. So yeah, it looks like it's about to break the downtrend, which is good. And if it does, the next range is going to be like from here to here, it looks like. So with a lot of resistance here. Yeah, so like let's say it goes into Altseason. If you're not taking profits at a 2x here of Pulse, like, you're thinking like you're going to believe at your heart that this coin is meant to do 10,000x. Maybe that will be in 2030. Maybe it'll never happen. Who knows? But yeah, this is the strategy of what's called laddering out. Is over here, you should see right away there's been resistance like crazy. So there's might be resistance again at this level. Of course, if it breaks it, we might go all the way up here. But you would want to consider that and definitely take some profits. Right, even in a project like PulseChain.
Actually, I was wrong. Like PulseChain holding on to its like bullishness, in my opinion.
Another project that looks like it's ranging.
I mean, personally, it's a first cycle coin. It's not really done anything but go into a downtrend. Richard Hart has a history of like, he's got a very strong network effect. People that like sort of like fans support his work and other stuff, and he can be very persuasive if you do watch him and stuff. And I think it has potential. And like I said, this trade is more, you're buying the ground floor of, I mean, it's a full state copy of Ethereum. So, I mean, not saying that it's going to be what Ethereum is or whatever, but you're literally buying the ground floor of that sort of a project that if it does gain adoption, if it does grow, if they do sort of bash out a specific use case that no one can go anywhere else but PulseChain to do, then there's a lot of potential demand that you're leaving on the table if you are doing that sort of thing. I've got a long-term view with a lot of what I'm doing, but that's again, like each of us has our own way of doing things.
Also it's really nice. Like if you look at over here, but again, that's what I was trying to say, like about having profit. So like it looks like we're getting in a nice concentrated range. It's been going since 2023, and like I'm on a log scale, by the way, so this actually could be a lot of percent. I didn't look at the percentages, but
the percentages are pretty big, yeah.
The downtrend has been like having this force, very big force, and we're kind of like approaching that price again. So
the thing is, also a lot of the people, they sacrificed around like near the top. I mean, it sort of, they sacrificed. I'm not entirely sure. Is it 0001? So a lot of them are locked at like up there. I know that means that you've got overhead resistance and all that stuff, and people that will be taking profits, all these sort of things. But you're only as strong as your community. I mean, the people in PulseChain, they're all diehard crypto people. A lot of them are ETH OGs and Bitcoin OGs, and they believe the vision, and they're not here to just sort of
that's perfect. Yeah,
so that's whatever. They're all, a lot of us are sort of long-term minded. I mean, whether it goes up or not, or whether it means anything or not, it's just
so
that's my bet.
That will hold the support line here. So then, what should theoretically happen is once we get to this price level, whatever 5.05, whatever. Once it breaks that, it should hold, and theoretically, then we go to the next resistance target. So that would be like here, for example, to even here, and
that could take another long time.
And it could be a price discovery. Yeah, you don't know. Like these are, but at the moment, currently, we're looking at like your guys are perfectly in line to retest this huge resistance. So once this is retested and it's broken, you could think that you could basically believe that you're in price discovery at this point, because it's been such a strong resistance that once you broke it, you're already like reaching new all-time highs for people. And then from there, you want you're gonna, if your belief is correct, that's going to be very bullish. I also look at the volume, right? So this, at least this DEX isn't showing too much volume increase like we're here, but you could see people bought it, like you said, at this price. A lot of people bought over here a lot, and it doesn't look like they've sold anything. The only places that look like people were selling were here initially. People got out, and then the rest were just holding. So if all that is true, and then the volume can start picking up, like it did here to even like possibly here, and then there's a breakout above this, an actual breakup, I think this could reach very, if you're looking at the fib levels, you could really quickly look at the fib levels, because there's a lot of them here. I mean, you could look at, let's just look at this peak to this low, for example. So perfectly, the 2.36 is perfectly that resistance line. And take profits. You have the 0.5 right here. 0.618 is probably, I would think that would be a very nice peak take profit level. If you want to just screenshot that and write it down, maybe like we could come back to this later on in the cycle as
screenshotting.
Yeah, go for it, Theo.
If Pulse goes to 0.00011, 3 zeros and 11, Matt, you probably are going to be really nice in profit. And I think this right here would be a good place to start laddering out, because that's actually what it looks like it's going towards. Like in January.
You want to just mark out the Kumbaya section, where I'll be coming on with flowers and.
Yeah, the banana zone.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to go up and to the right forever. I just believe that I'm getting in on the ground floor on a project that could end up being big, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
financial advice.
There's more there, like, and for this, looking at this chart, it looks like there's way more upside potential currently than downside potential. There's of course downside potential, but like, okay, like what are you're gonna go from?
That's not traditionally what people would say, though, would they? And that's only crypto. That's only crypto logic. Oh, it's dipped, so it has to pump. Any other market, I mean, you've broken from trading dogma there, haven't you? That's a pretty ugly chart. Only crypto bros are the kind of guys to say, "Whoa, it's obviously gonna pump because the chart looks like shit." Do you know what I mean? That's not
what we just discussed. We just discussed all the pump potentials and then the dump potentials. So like, okay, you have the dumpamentals are you buy now, you're gonna see a 50% hole in your bag. Like worst case scenario, you buy right now, Pulse, you're gonna see 50%, and then you could just get the hell out. Like at that point, just cut your losses, get out.
Did you guys buy PunkStrategy?
Buy now, and you see a nice 4x.
That's a stupid concept for a token. It's funny. It's very interesting. It's also
the PunkStrategy.
I like it. I like the TA. I like the TA.
Yeah.
We'll definitely come back to that.
Yeah. What about some of the old favorites like
Cardano.
or even some of the old memes?
Pepe.
Pepe
actually looks really.
Theo kind of interrupted you. So the September rate cuts come. Everybody it's not a sell the news event, so everybody carries on feeling bullish. And then how does the capital rotate from Bitcoin into large cap, medium caps into altcoins?
Okay, so I have a nice chart that can explain that for you. You have your others, which is that altcoin rotation that we're seeing now. It's on an uptrend.
Definitely.
It's been on a downtrend for a while now, since January 2022. We look like we're testing a key resistance level here, and yeah, I believe the alts are slowly picking up. They've been depressed for so long. They had some times where we had alt seasons, right? So here we had an alt season November 2024. Even here, September, October 23 was kind of like an alt season. But I think if we see something like this, a nice sporadic jump in this October, it'll be really nice. I'm shooting for something like this to happen. It might not happen. Maybe we'll go here, for example. But in terms of the rotations into alts, it's happening, and we're seeing it here. We're supporting the 200 MA. Everything looks bullish. If you look at your total 3, we're above the 1 trillion market cap. I remember Phil pointed out that 1 trillion in Bitcoin was a huge support level. I think he said once Bitcoin had reached 1 trillion, it'll never go below that. We have also a total 3 market cap of being over 1 trillion, and I think that's really bullish as well.
Shouts out to Phil. Where is Phil? For the year anniversary, no Phil. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
No Coke either.
He's a family man now.
We're at like the prior top all-time high resistance, and once we break that, we're going to be shooting, to price discovery and alts. So that would be really nice. So where is that going to top? I don't know. Maybe 2 trillion, maybe 1.5 trillion, 6 trillion. But that's going to be for us to see with the market, with the current market. But yeah, that's another bullish thing for alts. BTC Dominance obviously is going down. It's really, really looks bearish. It's just been falling from every resistance. So now the next one is going to be like probably here somewhere at 48%. So, maybe here 52 to 48%.
That's huge for Altseason.
55, even if you're if you have a very bad, that's like the very short term, we're looking at 55%. That it's going towards. So that's like at the minimal. And then if it breaks that, then it could go down to 48. And that's a really nice season.
This is the Moon Boys podcast. You need to be a bit more Moon Boyish. What are you talking about?
Well, the thing is,
49 as your
goes down like that.
Well, think of it this way.
Go down like that. You do realize that that's the market cap.
Yeah.
So the prices are worse because a lot of altcoins have token emissions. So the actual, when you see it go down, I know it's gone up. I know it's broken one of the lines, yeah. But when you see it go down since I think it was, that's actually the prices are going down even worse because you've all seen the charts of like the tokenomics of some of these protocols are terrible.
So
But yeah,
so
keep going. It's interesting. So
an 8% drop in Bitcoin dominance pushed the Ethereum price from like 1,500 to 4,500. So by $3,000. So that would mean if another 8% drop happens here, which would be let's see, where is that thing I was just using? So from here we have another 8% drop. We're back. We're into this resistance. Well, a 5% drop would be here, right? So you could think Ethereum might go to already like $6,000 by hitting this, like $6,000 Ethereum we're looking at. Then if we go down, even more, you have $8,000 Ethereum. Here it's probably like that $10,000, $15,000 Ethereum that we're going to be looking at in an Altseason. That's amazing already, and you could see all your rotations that are going to happen because most coins are pegged to Ethereum on liquidity indexes. So even coins like ZRX, because Ethereum is at $8,000, $12,000, this naturally will be like at 50, 80 cents. And because this is a very low liquidity, it will push even higher. And that's your rotation into altcoins. Your rotation into altcoins is the price of the network tokens appreciating so much that now there's a lot of value in all the other tokens. And from there, you'll be able to like degen. Right, so like with $8,000 Ethereum, you might be able to put $1,000 into ZRX, another $1,000 into Compound, etc. So that's where your rotation will come in.
And PunkStrategy.
ETH pumped because of the treasuries, and the treasuries have slowed down. The ETFs have slowed down on ETH. So
yeah, ETH is a key resistance level, and it's another one. It's right at its all-time high. So if it breaks this, it goes into price discovery, and it looks like everything is lined up for that. So you could take the bearish. If you want to be bearish, the only thing I would recommend at this point in time would be to hedge your portfolio.
I'm not bearish. I'm bullish Bitcoin. There's a difference.
No, I'm just saying, there could be like, if anybody's bearish, like at this point in time in the bull market, the best thing you could do is just open a hedge on your portfolio. So you just do like a short position of some form. But even that should not undermine the fact that you should be holding bullish bags. That's just like that bearish. You're trying to take off some risk off the table. If things do go down from here, at least you're going to capitalize on that short position. But other than that, I don't see any reason to be bearish at the moment until December.
I mean, Wizard also. I mean, if I'm bullish altcoins, I also don't necessarily mean I'm bearish Bitcoin. Like, I love Bitcoin, not selling Bitcoin. Still bullish.
You're not
Bitcoin.
bullish many altcoins, in fairness.
I mean, I'm bullish ADA, ETH, like various other.
Cardano.
Cardano. Who do you think is the Cardano guy?
Aiden's about to break $1.
I got in at 2 cents, man. I'm happy hodling.
Yeah. There's no doubt that like the
what about Cardano?
The market cap of alts isn't even that high. It's like 5% Microsoft, all the alts put together, and like there's no doubt that crypto is about ranges, and alts are at the bottom of some range. And Rom's theory is something that I'm not even completely disagreeing with. I think
you also can't do anything with it.
Low on bullish tokens like Hype, Solana, Jito, Pump with the buyback mechanism. You could easily see 4, 5, 6x's. But remember to take profits. Rom's also right about that. If you don't take profits, you're fucked, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta take profits.
Taking profits.
Taking profits.
Very shortly.
Oh, mate, that's so annoying when I go bearish to bullish like that in the space of 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I just
cash, cash enables you to do a lot of stuff, and the only way for you to get cash is to take profits. Like, even let's say, like, for example, you don't see the benefit of holding cash. One thing I could point out is, like, you're very bullish in the project. The price does very well. It goes into a range. If you had, what you can do is you could take a little bit of money out, and now you could provide liquidity in a ranged position. So, like, looking at any of those tokens that we just discussed, once it reaches a new range, now you could be just providing liquidity temporarily while it's in that range and making an APY.
You're a PDI maxi in the making, and you just don't know it.
Hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think let's wrap here, guys, and then do you want to move it to the X space after party? Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
When you
can
do
do.
that. By the way, gold
Cool, happy
star
1
for
year.
any of our viewers to clip our content and then meme on us. And then silver star if you leave a comment that is apolitical and that is not trolling us and is not causing racial tension. And yeah, shout out to everybody who follows me on X.
Let's go, guys.
Peace,
To the
everybody.
moon.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, we'll see you on the next one. Happy 1 year anniversary, Moon Boys podcast.
Awesome. Thank you,
See you
guys.
guys. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.